Hey everybody, I was going to stream this, but there's just no way to set it up. So, anyways, it's my birthday. I turned 61 today, and I was going to get Chinese food for dinner, and then I thought, for the same price, I can just buy the ingredients and make myself a special dinner for my birthday. So, that's what I'm making. My mom's tropical chicken recipe. Now you'll have to excuse me if I'm not always in camera view while we do this, and I'm sorry I don't have a better microphone, but I use what I got. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing we gotta do is we gotta brown some chicken. Now we're not trying to cook it, we just want to brown it. Excuse me for a minute. Oh, silly me. It's right here. And a little bit of salt. I'm not one of those Food Network chefs. I don't believe you gotta salt the hell out of everything. You gotta keep this thing beaten strong. And this is white pepper. I prefer it over dark. So, this is only my second time making this recipe, and it turned out okay the first time, so hopefully it'll do the same this time. If you're interested, the coffee I'm drinking today is East Coast Roast from Jumping Bean. I thought that would be a nice way to start off the morning. So, okay. Now we don't want them to cook, we just want them to brown at this time. Because we want them to cook later in the sauce in the oven. But like I said, just a quick 3-minute browning, 1.5 minutes on each side is all you have to do. So, yeah, and it's a pretty good recipe. The sauce is ketchup, brown sugar, soya sauce, chunks of celery, chunks of pineapple, brown sugar, and a bit of citrus juice. Now, the recipe calls for lemon, but I only have lime, and most recipes that call for lemon, I use lime because I prefer it. So, but it's not going to change the taste that much. And it's like the sauce turns out to be like a tangy sweet and sour sauce, if you want to know what it's supposed to taste like. Okay. And you just put the chicken at the bottom of the baking dish. So, yeah, I'm not used to Strange enough, I've been here 4 years and I'm still not used to such a small kitchen area. When I lived in my house, it had a nice, big kitchen, so lots of room to cook. Okay, salt, pepper, gotta have pepper, yep. Sorry, not so talkative, but just trying to keep things moving. So when I went to the store, it was sunny. So I thought, nice sunny day. Make a little video while I'm out. And I come out of the grocery store and it's raining. So what can you do, Rick? Alright, give me 1 second. Because we're going to need to cut up the veggies. Okay. Don't mind me, I'm always disorganized. It's just the way it is. Okay. Now comes the fun part. Yeah. Always a good idea to wash your vegetables. My grocery store sells celery stalks by the individual because celery here in Saskatchewan, package of celery is $6.99. So, not exactly cheap. So I did a little bit of karaoke last night. I bought some songs to sing to it this afternoon, but ended up singing them last night because, I don't know. When I'm depressed, karaoke just cheers me right up. Like, I've got my go-to karaoke songs, like Sylvia's Mother. You gotta sing that one. There's Glenn Campbell's Gentle on My Mind. That's a must. Some nights I'll sing the whole Meatloaf Out of Hell album. And I know when I sing I sound like a cat in heat, but the thing is, I like it. I enjoy it, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. You can't see them, but I've got two machines there. One that takes discs, and one that you buy the songs in MP4 format on an app or a website. And I bought the first machine in 2019, and since then I have amassed 649 songs for that machine. And different genres, like 70s, 80s. And the one that takes discs, I've got 8 disc packs. But most of that is classic country and classic rock. Including, I have a disc set that's from the 50s and 60s. So that's kind of cool. And one for a onion, let me tell you. Paring knife I bought at Superstore for 99 cents a couple of years ago. So this is going to be a son of a gun. There we go. I just got to get this piece off. So yeah. So what are you all doing today? I hope you're all having a great day. Okay. Hope mic's working okay on this video. Okay. I know I'm a little slow on my knife cuts, but I had a mild stroke April 3rd, 2024. And since then, my hands sometimes have movements that aren't expected. So I've learned for baking and cooking, I have to slow down so that I don't get hurt. It's not uncommon for me to be cutting something, my hand will jerk or do that movement, and the knife will slice something it's not supposed to, or sometimes it goes flying out of my hand. But I can't control that. That's just a side effect of what happened. I'm just happy to still be here on planet Earth, so yeah. Let's leave some big chunks of onion here. Yeah. Recipe calls for a whole onion, but I think that's a little bit too much for me, so. Gotta love plastic wrap that only sticks to itself, but hey, what can you do? Okay. Let's get the heat going under this again. And once again, excuse me. Okay. Now we're going to need a container. Because the recipe calls for the pineapple, but not the juice. Strange, but That's the way it is. Okay. Those are drained and ready to be used. So, okay, start getting the other ingredients. We're gonna need brown sugar. Excuse me. Let's see, celery, onion, yeah. Brown sugar, mustard, and soya. Yeah, so actually, no, if I remember correct, this was one of the dishes we cooked in Foods and Nutrition 11. I'm pretty sure Mom got the recipe from me, but she kept it all these years, and she was the one that made it all the time. And what you do is you cook it up, chicken and the sauce, and then you make some rice, and you serve it with the chicken and sauce on top of rice. Very good dish, though. And while we're cooking up the veggies, scraping off all of that good chicken seasoning that's stuck to the bottom of the pan. Okay, let's start putting together the ingredients. We're going to need that. It calls for regular mustard, but I'm going to use honey mustard. I think it'll give it a nicer flavor. And calls for a half a cup of this stuff. Well, let me check the list. Oh! And soy sauce. There's a brand name that's just, the brand name didn't come in a shaker bottle, and this is a shaker bottle, so I put my soy sauce in this. It smells absolutely delicious in here. Wish you could smell it. Okay. Turn that off now. Then let's start assembling the ingredients. And we'll just assemble it in here so it gets heated up a little quicker. Okay, this is the wrong cup. So we need a half a cup of this stuff. All right. I'll clean that out in a minute. Now we need 1 tablespoon of the mustard. Well, let's do the sugar first. Don't want to get 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. One. Excuse me. Okay. And we need 1 of this, 1 of that. Yeah, 1 and 1. Okay, so. And 1 of this. Yep. We want that. I know it's been quiet, but sorry about that, but just making sure I get all this done. Okay. Get rid of this. Thank you for staying with me. Let's go ahead. Okay, and there's the sauce. And we just get all this beautiful goodness. There's what it looks like. Put a lid on it. And we put it in the oven for an hour. And that's how you make tropical chicken. It's just oil for the pan to fry the chicken, 1 chopped onion, 1/2 cup of celery, 1 14-ounce can of pineapple chunks, 2 tablespoons brown sugar, 1 tablespoon mustard, 1 tablespoon soy sauce. Now, you brown the chicken in the pan, and then once it's browned on both sides, you put it in the baking dish. You add your onion and celery to a pan with the chicken grease, and you fry them up for 3 minutes until tender. Then you add the rest of the ingredients in the frying pan to get them mixed in up, and then you pour that over the chicken. You bake it 350 for 50 minutes, and that's how you make our version of tropical chicken. Thank you for watching, and hey, till next time, keep it real. Ayo.